and welcome to Driver Reviews. I'm Vicky Butler-Henderson. We are looking at a car that is so popular you won't go a day without seeing one. It is the Mini. Though this one will be seen but not necessarily heard because it is the Mini Cooper Electric. It is part of the 5th generation of the 3-door body style, and this is the entry-level electric model, and prices start at £30,000. Before you settle in and watch the full review, please press subscribe and the bell icon so that you're notified each time we post something new. Compared to the previous Mini Electric, this one looks like a much loved bar of soap. It is so smooth. It's got a refreshed octagonal front end, and these circular lamps now have 3 different light patterns to choose between. Other features seem to have been rubbed away. There are no highlights around the wheel arches. These door mirrors have become slimmer, and the door handles themselves sit flush to the body. The car itself is a little bit shorter, but also a little bit taller. Mini calls this new design charismatic simplicity, and they've also added 3 new colours to the electric range. This is called Sunny Side Yellow, and it's a £550 option, and I love it. Round the back you have got these flush lights that also have 3 different patterns for you to choose between, and then a new big black bar across the boot. Open it up and you get 210 litres of space, but drop the back seats and you get 800 litres. But don't ram it full if you need to get access to the electric charging cables, because they conveniently sit in a little cupboard underneath the false floor here, and you'll have to empty the full car to get in there if you need them in a hurry. The finishing touches are the wheels. You can get 18 inches on the better spec electric cars. Standard is 16. These are optional extra 17 inches, and they sit on parallel spoke alloys, which are a £550 option. Wrapping the alloys are Hankook S1 Evo 3 EV tyres, which have been specifically designed for electric vehicles. They feature Hankook sound absorber technology and help provide a quieter driving experience. There is so much to say about the interior. First of all, it feels as though I have stepped into a tailor's showroom. This, for example, is 2D knitted recycled polyester, and it's lovely to touch, and it goes the whole way across the dash and along the door panels. Then you have got the seats. There are other options, but this one in particular is perforated houndstooth. That's the pattern, and then it's got contrasting blue material along the side. It is such a refreshing change to many cars, and I think it looks great. The jewel sparkling in the middle of it all is this 24-centimetre circular display. It's got toggles underneath to help scroll through, and it's got 7 different experiences which then correspond to the different screens. You can also project some different lights from behind it, and it will shine up lovely patterns across the dash. I can't show you that because it's beautifully sunny today, but at night time that will shine up wonderfully. There is this lovely bank of toggles just underneath the circle, and you've got 7 different experiences to choose between if you press here. Go-kart, core and green alter the car's driving experience, so it sort of sharpens up the throttle, for example, in go-kart mode. Then we have core. Each one has its own sound as well, but obviously we're in an electric car, so we should have green. Everything that you ever need to know about this car pretty much happens in here. So the top half gives you all the driver information, including your battery. At the bottom, you've got shortcuts to get you into different menus. And then in the middle, there's everything else. The only slight potential problem is that along the side here, you've got the heating controls on the right and on the left, which when you're driving and you're moving around a bit might be a bit difficult to press. But we'll see. In here is also Mini's intelligent personal assistant, which isn't a human, but it is very cute. Hey, Mini. Look, it's Spike. Where is the nearest petrol station?
I found a few options. BP at A429.
Where is the nearest electric charger?
I found a few options. Monterey APS in Cheltenham.
Thank you, Spike. You're very cute. You may recognise this system from the Mini Countryman film that we posted a while ago. So if you want more Mini content, please go and have a look at that. But once you've finished this review, of course. But back to the Mini Electric, and there are 3 different trim levels. This is the basic one. It is called Classic. And Mini has given the most amount of standard equipment to any Mini ever. So standard equipment here includes things like a reversing camera, parking sensors, a heated wheel, cruise control and sat-nav. There are option packs on top, naturally, to boost your equipment and the company's coffers. This car has a level 1 pack. 3 levels are on offer. Level 1 adds things like heated front seats and a head-up display. So this is when your speed is displayed in a little screen in front of you, which is great because it means that you can keep your eyes driving on the road and you can see what speed you're doing. If you don't have that, the only other way to work out what speed you're doing is by looking in this circle. So I think head-up display is a really good thing. When it comes to storage, there is a decent amount. Now, because electric cars do not have a gearbox, it means that you can use all of this area for storage. So you've got wireless charging at the front, 2 cup holders here, which are larger than before, and then behind that, there is another open bit of storage. Then you've got a glove box and door bins, which are all a decent size. And then space for passengers. Well, in the back, if there was a 6-footer in front of me, I wouldn't like to be here for too long. Perfect for children, though. Driver Reviews partners with many of the largest tyre retailers in the world, bringing you thousands of verified and unbiased customer tyre reviews. Our independent reviews cover over 70 different tyre brands across all price ranges and feature leading brands including Goodyear, Dunlop, Michelin, Continental, Hankook and many more. So when you're searching for new tyres, look out for the Driver Reviews logo to give you peace of mind that the reviews come from real customers just like you. To discover your local Driver Reviews partner website and to find out the winning tyres of this year's Customer Choice Awards, visit driverreviews.com. Underneath the cabin is an all-new platform that has been specifically designed just for the Mini Electric. This is the entry-level Cooper E. It's got a range of 190 miles, and when it comes to power, well, there's 184 horses, and it's got 290 Newton meters of torque. All of that means that 0 to 62 happens in 7.3 seconds. Now, that is a little bit quicker than rivals from Peugeot and MG. Plus, this car has got all the ingredients, on paper at least, of winning over even the most discerning of drivers. Mini has pushed the wheels out to each corner as far as possible just to help maximum stability and ability. Plus, the suspension has been tweaked, the centre of gravity has been lowered, and there is a strut brace at the front just to firm things up and give it an even sportier feel. There are a powerful set of brakes as well. Well, to get the best out of the handling, I think we need to pop it into a go-kart mode. The noise in this particular mode is so amplified that it makes me feel as if I'm in a jet fighter plane or something like that. But I'm not, I'm just in the Mini doing the normal speeds for English roads. It rides really well. I mean, I know it's supposed to be, just a small little nimble car, but that often means it's super bouncy, but it's not. It is reasonably compliant, which is great. It feels a little bit more mature than you would first be led to believe. Oh, it turns in really nicely, the power picks up, the noise comes with it. I'm sure you can turn it off, but I'm a bit busy right now to investigate that. The steering wheel is so chunky. It doesn't need to be like that, but I really like the T-bar design, and there's a gorgeous bit of material at the bottom there. It all just looks fab once you're behind the wheel. Driving along these country roads is a joyful experience in this car. When it comes to putting the energy back into the car, a fast charger at a public station will take 28 minutes to go from 10% to 80% battery charge. You can plug it into a wall box at home. That will take overnight pretty much, but you can then make use of any cheap tariffs that you might have. If you want an electric car with more range than this, well, there is the Mini Electric SE, and that will give you 250 miles of range. It is refreshingly unusual to see a car evolve into something that looks more like the original. Plus, this car has a range that's at least 45 miles better than before. But if you love the looks, but you're not quite ready for the plug, then don't worry. You can get this car with a petrol engine, and prices for that start at £23,000. So many choices. Thank you so much for watching Driver Reviews. Please let us know your thoughts about the Mini in the comments section below. And please press subscribe and the bell icon so that you are notified each time we post something new.